City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
2nd and 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. 30, past the 20.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no feet.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete.
Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
Lining up for the extra
Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Looking to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Bell credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
is incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
On the coverage.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. How great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4 at the Steelers' 12-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Steelers nothing.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 7's a Mike. Mike 7. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Bell. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. It's a big run that time by Bell. 47 yards on the ground. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop them short of a 1st down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it with Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Chris Boswell.
And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Ooh, with a juke. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all the way up just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coach.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
It's second down.
On the option, it's Jackson.
Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, Lamar Jackson, I mean, he is just a ticking time bomb when he has got the football in his hands, and he explodes, Charles, for a big one there.
So there was the goal, because that's exactly what happened, right? And you can be in the right spot against him and not necessarily make the play. His talent is so good, and his ability to shift and move on a dime, he is so impressive.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Wayne Goldman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter.
Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Waterfield.
And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll look to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Intercepted by the Ravens. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask him. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Bell, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60. I'm going to run you over. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. We got it. We got it. 51 Mike. Mike 51.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taking it about the 16. A great return there. Bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Juju Smith-Schuster. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him.
He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Chase Claypool.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
21. Steelers 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of a yard.
On 2nd and 9. Jackson going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll be incomplete.
Jackson
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And how about this, a fake? Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now Bell. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They go jet sweep. Washington with it. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
I know in this spot they have to be thinking to themselves, let's go ahead and go for it right now. We don't know if we'll get another opportunity. But if you trust your defense at all, you kick the field goal and maybe have one more shot later.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Some might say that he's got to look that in and absorb the contact, but even at his size, that's a tough throw to hold on to. And he was unable to on that attempt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Jackson.
And hitting Juju on the slant.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined there.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Jackson's going to look to run it.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Jackson on the keeper.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. And that'll be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kick. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And at this stage, in the 4th, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 42 yards.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. 2nd and 14. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
That's a gain of 8.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 3-yard line.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard.
They'll run it with Bell. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Pittsburgh.
Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
A screen to Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And this place has gone stone silent. Their guys remain down by a point. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Brings up.
All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a 1.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Chase Claypool, the intended target.
And now it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
Intercepted by the Ravens.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy up.